On May 8, 2026, Search Engine Land reported that Google is officially ending support for FAQ-rich results. The report correctly identified the core facts. Google is removing the visual Q&A accordion from search results, ending FAQ reporting in Search Console by June, and cutting API support in August. Many SEOs reacted by immediately deleting FAQ schema from their codebases, assuming that without the visual benefit, the underlying code no longer served a purpose. This reaction ignores the technical difference between a visual display trigger and the data itself. Removing the expandable blue links in a search result does not erase the search engine's ability to parse the structured content. While the visual interface is gone, the underlying Q&A strategy remains active. In an ecosystem increasingly dominated by AI, these structures have become more important, not less. Dropping structured data simply because the display element is gone detaches a website from the foundational systems currently driving search discovery. To understand the value of this architecture, we have to look past the traditional search results and examine AI surfaces like Gemini, ChatGPT, and Perplexity. This chart shows visibility within Google AI overviews. Pages with FAQ schema are 3.2 times more likely to be cited than standard prose. Data from ChatGPT shows a similar trend. Pages with FAQ page schema hit a 41% citation rate, while pages without average only 15%. These platforms favor structured Q&A because their engines are built to identify and extract direct answers. Pre-formatted pairs reduce the computational overhead required to synthesize a response. This is the basis of generative engine optimization, or GEO. Success in this discipline depends on formatting data for machine extraction rather than optimizing for human clicks. This structure provides the technical scaffolding an engine requires to verify and cite a source. The May 2026 announcement represents the conclusion of a transition Google began years earlier. Starting in August 2023, Google restricted FAQ-rich results to government and health domains. By September 2025, Search Console removed reports for deprecated structured data. In March 2026, Google updated documentation, stating AI mode uses schema as an entity trust signal, not a display trigger. For most commercial sites, the visual benefits of FAQ markup had effectively ended nearly 3 years before the May 2026 headline. For most site owners, the May 7th deadline brought no operational changes. It merely formalized a shift where schema functions as an entity signal rather than a display trigger. To understand why this formatting is effective, we have to look at the mechanics of the large language models used by Microsoft and OpenAI. These systems rely on retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, to synthesize answers from web content. RAG pipelines do not process an entire web page as a single unit. Instead, they must break long documents into smaller mathematical embeddings. This process is vector chunking. The system takes unstructured text and rapidly slices it into uniform, machine-readable blocks. These chunks have a specific capacity, typically limited to a window of 150 to 300 words per cohesive concept. Because of these size limits, LLMs naturally prioritize information that is already formatted into concise, self-contained units. When this window is applied to standard prose, it frequently splits a single paragraph across 2 different chunks. Breaking text this way separates entities from context, creating a low-coherence extraction difficult to cite. In contrast, when the retrieval window encounters a formatted FAQ block, the entire question and answer pair fits perfectly inside a single chunk. This ensures a high-coherence extraction. The system captures the question and the answer together as one complete unit of logic. Providing evidence that is already bundled eliminates the synthesis work the AI would otherwise have to perform across multiple data points. This makes FAQ architecture the structural equivalent of an LLM retrieval vector. It aligns perfectly with the way these engines pull information. Adapting to the AI layer requires moving away from the manipulative tactics common in previous years. You should remove thin or supplementary FAQ sections that are disconnected from the primary topic of the page. Since March 2026, AI systems have begun discounting structured data that does not reflect the primary purpose of the document. Additionally, relying solely on invisible JSON-LD scripts is no longer effective. Visible semantic formatting on the page is now the priority. All questions should be wrapped in explicit H2 or H3 heading tags to provide a clear hierarchy for automated crawlers. Engines like ChatGPT often parse JSON-LD as raw text. They rely on the visible HTML structure of the page as the primary driver for extraction. 10 structurally integrated, high-quality answers will consistently generate more citations than 50 superficial entries. Creating an AI-ready answer block requires following specific engineering parameters. Keep the answer text between 50 and 300 words to ensure it fits within a single retrieval chunk. Ensure entity clarity. Replace ambiguous pronouns with the specific names of people, locations, or products. Support this text with a complete schema stack, linking the FAQ page markup directly to the verified author and organization entities. Use a bottom-line upfront style. State the answer immediately before providing any supporting details or context. The visual search snippet is a thing of the past. But in an era of generative engine optimization, your upgraded FAQ architecture is a critical asset for maintaining